talk about your age, your family, or your pet in English, naturally, not like a textbook. In this video, you'll learn how to do that in just a few minutes.
Exactly! These are some of the most common questions in real life. How old are you? Do you have any brothers or sisters? Do you have a pet? Today we'll help you answer them easily and sound confident when you speak.
Hello everyone and welcome back to TalkEasy English. I'm James and I'm here with Anna.
Hi everyone! It's great to see you again. If you watched our last video, you already know how to introduce yourself, your name, and where you're from.
And if you missed that one, don't worry, you can watch it later on our channel.
That's the first step to sounding confident in English. And today, we'll take the next step, learning how to talk about your age, your family, and your pets.
By the end of this video, you'll be able to answer these questions naturally.
And even ask them back, like a real English speaker. We'll also share a few fun stories about our families and pets, and show you how to keep a friendly conversation going.
And later in the Daily Life Connection part, you'll see how to use everything you learn in real situations at school, at work, or when meeting new people.
So if you want to sound more natural when talking about yourself, stay with us until the end, and let's get started.
And before we start, don't forget to subscribe. And like this video, it helps more learners find our lessons.
And tell us in the comments, do you have any pets? What kind? We love reading your answers.
All right, let's begin with our first topic, talking about your age in English.
Let's go. So, James, let's start with something simple. How old are you?
Oh, the classic question. Well, I'm 29 years old.
29. That's a great age. You're young, but also old enough to have some experience.
I like to think. So, what about you, Anna? How old are you?
I am 26. I still feel like I'm 20, though.
Don't we all? You know, people in English-speaking countries usually don't mind saying their age. But sometimes it depends on the situation.
Right? For example, it's totally fine if you're at school or work and someone asks, "How old are you?" But it's not a good idea to ask that question to someone much older than you.
Exactly. In English, we usually ask about age in a friendly or casual way, like, "How old are you?" "I am 29. Really, you look younger."
That's always a nice thing to hear.
Yeah. And here's another example. Imagine you're meeting new classmates. "Hi, I'm James. Nice to meet you. How old are you?" "I'm 29. What about you?"
Simple, natural, and friendly. You can also ask indirectly by saying, "Are you around my age?" It's a softer way to ask if you don't want to sound too direct.
That's a great tip. Oh, and here's something cultural in the UK or the US. People often celebrate birthdays in a big way.
Yes, birthday parties, cake balloons, and don't forget singing happy birthday.
Exactly. And people usually ask, "When is your birthday?" "What do you usually do on your birthday?"
For example, my birthday is in May, and I usually go out with friends. Last year, we went to a picnic in the park. It was sunny, warm, and so much fun.
That sounds amazing. Mine is in October, so it's always cold and rainy. I usually stay home, watch a movie, and eat too much cake.
Sounds like a perfect birthday to me.
So let's review when you talk about age. Remember these key sentences. How old are you? I'm 26 years old. When is your birthday? My birthday is in May.
And don't forget the pronunciation. We don't say I am 26 years old. We say I'm 26 years old. Notice.
That's a common mistake, but now our viewers won't forget it.
Exactly. So now you can talk about your age and birthday naturally in English, and maybe even make a new friend while doing it.
That's right. And speaking of friends, let's move on to another topic. Family.
Perfect. Let's meet the family in English. So, James, now that we know how old we are, let's talk about our families.
Good idea. Family is one of my favorite topics. So, Anna, tell me about your family.
Sure, I live with my parents and my little brother. His name is Leo. He's 20 years old and he's studying computer science at university.
Ah, a tech guy. Does he help you when your computer doesn't work?
Yes, all the time. He's like my personal IT department. What about you, James? Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I do. I have one older sister, Sarah. She's 32 and married. She has a little boy, my nephew, Oliver.
Oh, that's so sweet. How old is he?
He's 4. He's full of energy. He runs everywhere, touches everything, and never wants to sleep.
That sounds like every 4-year-old I know. Do you see them often?
Not as often as I'd like. They live in another city about 2 hours away, but we call each other every week, and sometimes video chat.
That's nice. You know, in many English speaking countries, families don't always live close together. People move for schoolwork or travel.
That's true. In the UK, it's common for young people to move out when they go to university, usually at 18 or 19.
Yeah, that's very different from some countries where people stay with their families longer.
Exactly. It's not better or worse, just a different lifestyle. But no matter where you are, family is always important.
I agree. My parents are my biggest supporters. My mom is a teacher, she teaches little children, and my dad is an architect.
That's cool. So your mom is creative, and your dad is too, but in a different way.
Yes, maybe that's why I love art and design. What about your parents?
My dad is retired now, but he used to work as a postman. He knew everyone in our neighborhood. And my mom is a nurse. She still works at the local hospital.
A nurse. That's such an important job. She must have lots of stories.
Oh, she does. But she also gives way too much advice. If I cough once, she's like, "You need tea, honey, and a doctor."
Classic mom behavior. Mine does the same when I skip breakfast.
You know, talking about family is a great way to connect with people. Everyone has something to share. A funny story, a tradition, a memory.
True. And when you talk about your family in English, you can use sentences like, I have one brother. My sister is married. My mom works as a teacher. I live with my parents.
And don't forget vocabulary like parents, siblings, cousin, uncle, aunt, nephew, and niece.
Great reminder. Also, you can use expressions like, we are very close. We see each other often. My family means a lot to me.
Exactly. Oh, and one more fun thing in English. People sometimes use cute nicknames for family members.
Yes, like mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, sis, bro.
My nephew calls me Uncle Jay, which sounds like a rapper name.
I love that Uncle Jay on the mic.
That's me. But seriously, it's nice when family names sound warm and personal.
Definitely family gives us love, support, and sometimes a bit of drama. But we wouldn't trade them for anything.
That's so true. Family keeps life interesting.
All right, now that we've met your nephew and my brother, let's move on to another fun topic, pets.
Perfect. Let's talk about our furry friends. Okay, so do you have a pet, Anna?
I do. I have a cat named Luna. She's black and white and she's very quiet. Actually, she sleeps almost all day.
A typical cat. My dog is the opposite, full of energy, always running around.
Oh, you have a dog? What's his name?
His name is Max. He's small, brown, and very friendly. Every morning, he jumps on my bed to wake me up. I think he's my personal alarm clock.
That's adorable. My cat would never do that. She only wakes up for food.
Sounds like Luna has her priorities. You know, having a pet really changes your daily life.
True, you start planning your day around them. For example, I always feed Luna before I leave for work, and I play with her in the evening.
Same here, I walk Max 3 times a day. Morning, afternoon, and evening. It's actually great exercise.
Yeah, walking a dog is a good reason to go outside and get fresh air.
And it's also a good way to meet people. When you walk your dog, strangers often say hello or ask, "What's your dog's name?"
Oh, yes, pets really bring people together. When I lived in another city, my neighbor also had a cat. Sometimes we would have cat play dates.
Cat playdates. That sounds like chaos.
It was two cats chasing each other, jumping on furniture, but it was fun.
That's so cute. I think pets teach us patience and kindness. They're like family members who don't speak, but somehow say everything with their eyes,
Beautifully said, James. And talking about pets is a great way to practice English.
right? You can say things like, "I have a cat. My dog is brown. I walk my dog every morning. My pet likes to sleep a lot."
Or even add more detail. She's friendly, he's very funny. I take care of my pet every day.
See simple but powerful sentences, perfect for daily conversation.
Totally agree. Okay, now that we've talked about our furry friends, let's connect everything we learned today, family, pets, and our daily lives.
Great idea. Let's show how all this English fits into real life.
So, how can we use everything we learned today talking about age, family, and pets in real conversations?
Good question. Because English isn't only about studying words, it's about living the language. You use it when you talk to people, travel, or even make new friends.
Exactly. For example, imagine you're at a cafe sitting next to someone from another country. You could say, "Hi, my name is Anna. I'm from London. I have one sister and a small cat."
That's perfect. It's friendly and simple. And maybe the other person answers, "Oh, really? I have a dog." Boom, you've just started a conversation.
Yes. And from there, it can go anywhere. You can ask, "How old is your dog?" Or "Do you have a big family?" And suddenly you're practicing English without even thinking about it.
It's true, these small, real-life questions make English part of your daily routine.
For example, when you go to work, you might say to a colleague, "Good morning, how's your family?" or "How's your dog doing?"
And when you meet a new person, you can start with something like, "I live with my parents," or "I have 2 kids."
These are short, friendly sentences, but they show that you care, and that's what makes conversations meaningful.
Exactly. People love when someone asks about their life. It's a great way to build trust and connection.
I remember when I lived in Canada. My neighbor had a big golden retriever named Milo. Every morning we met while walking our pets and talked about simple things: the weather, our families, what we were cooking that day.
That's such a nice story. And those little talks are real English practice. You don't need a classroom for that.
Yes, real English happens in small, everyday moments, like saying hello to your neighbor or chatting with a friend about your cat.
For example, you can say, "I'm 30 years old, and I live with my wife and son. We have a dog named Max. He loves running in the park. My parents live in another city, but we talk every weekend."
Beautiful examples. You see, these sentences aren't complicated, but they help you express real life.
And here's a fun idea for practice. Next time you talk to yourself in English, try describing your morning using these topics.
Oh, yes. Like this: I woke up early because my dog wanted to go outside. I had breakfast with my family. My sister was still sleeping, of course.
That's a perfect example. It's simple, funny, and natural.
Another great way to practice is by writing short notes. For example, before bed, you can write, "Today I called my mom. I played with my cat. I watched a movie with my brother.
These little sentences build your English muscle one line at a time.
I love that build your English muscle because learning a language is like training. The more you use it, the stronger you get.
Absolutely. And daily life gives you so many chances to use English. Even if you're alone, you can practice out loud. My dog is sleeping. I'm cooking dinner. My mom is on the phone.
It might feel strange at first, but trust me, it works. Speaking out loud helps your brain remember faster.
You know, when I started learning Spanish, I used to talk to my coffee mug every morning. I'd say, "Good morning, coffee."
That's actually a great trick. You can do it with English too. Talk to your cat, your mirror, or even your breakfast.
Right. Say things like, "I'm feeding my cat." "My family is having breakfast." "My dog wants to go outside."
Every time you use English for daily things, you get one step closer to fluency.
And don't forget, when you watch our videos, you're already doing daily English practice.
Yes, you're listening, learning and thinking in English. That's a big win already.
So, to everyone watching, try this. Tomorrow, when you wake up, say one sentence in English about your life. For example, "I'm going to work." "My mom is cooking." "My dog is sleeping."
And if you want to go one step further, write it in the comments. We'd love to read your sentences and help you improve.
Great idea! You can even challenge yourself one English sentence a day for a week.
Yes, call it the TalkEasy 7-Day English Challenge.
I like that. Let's make it official. Write one daily sentence about your family or your pet in the comments below.
Perfect. That's your daily English connection in action.
Remember, practice doesn't have to be hard. It can be part of your normal day.
Exactly. Learn step by step talk, easy every day. That's what we believe in.
Beautifully said, Anna.
Thank you, James, and thank you everyone for joining us today. That was such a fun conversation, James. I really enjoyed talking about age, family, and pets today.
Me too, Anna. It's amazing how much we can learn with simple real-life topics. And I think everyone watching learned a lot today as well.
Yes, you see, English doesn't have to be difficult or boring when you talk about real things. Your family, your dog, your daily life. It becomes natural and fun.
Exactly. The best way to learn English is to connect it with your own world. Talk about your mom, your friends, or even your cat.
Yes, even your cat, every word you say in English helps you get better.
And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. Don't worry about being perfect. Just keep talking.
Right? Every time you use English, you're one step closer to fluency, so keep practicing, keep listening, and keep speaking.
And if you like this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Talk Easy English and click the like button. It really helps our channel grow.
Yes, and share this video with your friends who are also learning English. The more people practice, the better we all become.
Before we go, we have a little challenge for you in the comments below. Write 2 or 3 sentences about yourself using what we learned today.
You can write something like, I'm 25 years old, I live with my parents. I have a dog named Max. Keep it short, keep it simple, but most importantly, keep it real.
That's perfect. We'll read your comments and maybe even share some of them in the next episode.
That's right. So keep learning step by step and remember our motto, talk easy every day.
Beautifully said, Anna. Thank you all for watching and learning with us today.
See you next time, everyone. Stay positive, keep smiling, and keep speaking English.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.